dance floor's waiting, go and get a taste. Take off the edge, go ahead, get loose. It's there for the taking, you got nothing to lose. The DJ's standing by, I've only just started. You stole my heart with your curvy dancing. I found the person I've been dying to meet. So cheers to dancing with your two left feet.
So join me, baby, let's have a night to remember. 'Cause I just want to be young forever. So join me, baby, let's have a night to remember. 'Cause I just want to be young
Forever.
Africa TV, Prego Studio Live 2020 GSL Season 3 Codex Last Stand.
What is up, everybody? We're back for another day of GSL Codex. This has been a fantastic 2 months of StarCraft.
Yeah, and it is coming to an end as we're in the round of
That's
4
right.
here. And it's a wild round of 4. We have 3 amazing, unbelievably strong, talented pro gamers.
Who could take the entire tournament.
Yeah, and then we also have Armani,
Yes.
who's having the run of his life. And who knows, maybe this is his introduction into being one of the best players in the world, or maybe it's a one-off. Who knows? We don't know.
When you cast these guys for a long time, you do start to, I'm sure the viewers have the same experience following the show for a long time, but you do kind of have a tier list of the players, right?
Yeah, of course.
And Armani is, I'm still getting used to the fact that Armani is performing as well as he is. I think it would be a really great story if he did manage to win it. I still think it's impossible, but I welcome it.
Did you say you think it's impossible?
I think it's not going to happen, but would be the coolest story ever.
Did you say impossible?
Yes, impossible.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, right?
He's against Maru. I mean,
but I mean, hey, I think everybody likes an underdog story, right? So,
yeah. No, I like
you
the
root for the
richest people
Yankees?
get richer.
I like
the best players always win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a
like.
better story. You're totally right.
I want Flash to win every ASL. I want Maru to win every GSL. I want Cyril to win every tournament in Europe.
There you go.
This is it. This is just the way I want it.
I am afraid of change, personally. I don't want anything.
Change is terrible.
Yes, I can't handle that.
Speaking of change, you see that news this morning?
Oh, it's so good. The cat's out of the bag, Artosis. Frost Giant.
Frost Giant. Don't know if you
Frost
guys saw
Giant.
that, but
new
pretty
RTS
exciting.
from the people that made and supported Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2.
Yeah, pretty sick.
We're going to have a new game in our future, Artosis.
Can't wait. We need more RTS
We
games.
need them. They're doing God's work, Artosis.
Oh, that's for sure.
Here's our brackets, by the way. Well, there were the brackets. It's gone now. But today we've got TY versus Stats.
Yeah, it's going to be a best of 7. That's the only match that we're showing today. On Saturday, we'll be doing Maru versus Armani.
That's right.
This is, I mean, these two really are kind of rivals.
I don't know who takes this one. This is a tough
it's a
one
close
to call.
one. It's a close one, I think.
I think we're going to go all the way to our final game here today.
I think there's a very good chance
I think it's
that'll occur.
impossible this is one-sided. And I think this should actually be a pretty long, good series.
Yeah. I think I'm leaning towards stats, but he has to go robo.
He's got to go robo.
He can't just be making charge lots and thinking he's going to win chases.
All right, we're going to have a quick interview with our players here, and then we'll be hopping into our match.
성적도 좋은 아프리카 프릭스의 두 선수 전태양,
Here he says the last turn in Protoss for this season.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Saying hello to each other.
네, 먼저 전태양 선수입니다. 올해 3연속 4강에 오른 전태양 선수. 2020년 가장
TY.
성적이 좋은 전태양 선수인데요.
You've made it to 3 consecutive
상대로
semifinals.
이신영을 원했었지만 아쉽게도 테란전을 제일
You are the
잘하는
most
프로토스
consistent player.
김대엽이 올라왔습니다. 많이 실망하셨나요?
그렇죠. 아무래도
You mentioned you wanted to beat Innovation, but Stats managed to beat him. How are you feeling today?
생각을 하고 있었는데 좀 대진운이 잘 안 따라주네요. 이신영 선수가
3회 연속이라뇨.
그러니까 이신영 선수가
I don't think I've had great luck in the brackets this
때까지만 해도
season.
좀 설레고 있었는데
네.
좀 그 이후에 잘 안 풀리면서 이번 시즌도
I thought
쉽지
Innovation was going to take it when he was up
않겠구나라는 생각을 했던 것
2-0.
지난
But when I saw
토요일에
Stats recovered with a 3-0,
선수의 경기를
I was a little bit
보시더니
bummed out. I didn't want to face off against
승리이
him.
온 것 같다. 영감이 온 것 같다 이야기를 하셨거든요. 정말로 아이디어를 얻으셨어요?
그러니까 어느 정도
When you're watching
조성우
Marvel vs.
선수에게 배운
Trap,
것도 있고 그
were you
이후에
satisfied with that?
조성우 선수랑 연습을 하면서
Did you feel like you got some answers on how to play against Protoss watching
테란전에
that?
까다로웠던 부분들을 많이 얘기를 해주면서
So I've actually been
그런
practicing with
부분들이
Trap
많이
quite a bit.
연습하는 과정에서
He's
도움이
really
많이
helped me
됐던 것
iron
같아요.
out my
자,
game plans here, and
이번에는
he gave me a
특유의
lot of
장기
sound advice.
역수입으로 이신영 선수를 꺾고 2연속 4강에 오른 김대엽 선수 만나보겠습니다. 자, 테란만 잡고 4강에 올라왔어요.
We've got you in
재밌는
2
점은
consecutive semifinals as well,
올라오면서
Stats.
프로토스는 아예 없었고요.
And you've only been
이신영,
defeating Terrans to get here.
GSL 테란
And it's not just your everyday
꺾고
Terran.
올라왔습니다. 스토리가
These are
되게
former
재밌잖아요.
GSL champions, such as Maro and
그렇죠.
Innovation.
이쯤 되면 상대가
The series
굉장히
have been
탐날
very
것 같거든요.
incredible.
어떠세요?
좀
And you're up against another
아무래도 좀
championship Terran here. How are you feeling?
하고 올라온 만큼 그만큼 좀 노출도 많이 된 것 같아요. 그래가지고
Since I played a lot of
태양이는
PVT,
좀 상대적으로 좀 준비하는
I do
게
feel like my
뻔했을
builds have
것
been
같고,
exposed a little bit
반대로
more
저는
than I would like.
태양이가 좀 토스전이 좀 많이 없어가지고
I would imagine actually the preparation for TY today would be a little bit easier with a lot of my material out there.
그런 부분이 좀 게임 해봐야 좀 태양의 준비.
I actually had, and for me, I had a harder time finding VODs
두
of
선수가
his
종족별
TVP that I
탑급
could find useful to
선수들이어서
study.
그런지 지난 시즌 2에서도
So I guess I'll be
4강에서
finding it out as
만났고
the game goes
이번
on here.
시즌도 4강 이 높은 무대에서 다시 만났습니다.
So these two actually met in the
상대가
semifinals
아이디어를 얻었다
last
이런
season.
얘기를 하시는데
And here they are meeting
정말로
again.
그 사이에 좀 해답을 구해 오신 것 같으세요? 아니면 그냥 심리전이다. 별 걱정 안
TY
한다
mentioned
이런
that he thinks he has a
마음일까요?
good response against Protoss. Do you think he's being honest? Is this a mind game? Does he have any actual plans for you?
지난 시즌
Yeah, I actually imagine he probably does have some pretty good answers for Terran vs. Protoss.
진출을 했잖아요. 근데
Last season I beat him in the
분명히
semifinals,
태양이도
but
지면서 좀 느꼈던 게 분명히 있을 거예요. 그래가지고
after he lost
저도
against me,
이번에는
I think he went back to the lab and really studied up on how to improve.
나가야 될 것 같아요.
네, 상대는 바짝 긴장을 하신다고
and he
합니다.
knew how to play
지난
against me,
시즌 복수도
so I
해야
should be
되는데요. 오늘 경기 스코어 어떻게 이겨주실 건가요?
일단
What are your
제
predictions, TY?
컨트롤에 따라서 좀 스코어가 많이 나뉠 것 같거든요. 이게 분열기를 얼마나 잘
It'll
피하느냐에
come down to my
따라서
control, I think.
이길 수도 있고 질 수도 있을 것 같아요.
The
그래서
results
제
could vary.
스코어는 잘 모르겠고
It'll
제
matter
오늘
how much I can
손가락
avoid his
움직임에 따라서
stalkers
승패가
doing
결정이
damage to
될
me
것
early on.
같습니다.
김대엽
I can't
선수의
really predict the final
실력보다는
score.
나한테 달려 있다는
All I can say is I'm going to do
얘기거든요.
my best, and it's going to
김대엽
depend on me.
선수는 오늘 몇 대 몇 스코어 예상하시나요?
What about you, Stats? What do you have to say?
태양이가 말했던 것처럼 저는
Just like
오히려
TY
반대로
said.
저는 제 손에 좀 스코어가 많이 갈릴 것 같거든요. 그래가지고
I guess it'll depend on my
저는
control
그래서
and if my hands
만약에
work for me today.
이기게 되면은 저번처럼 4대 2로 이길
Yeah,
것
if I
같고
win,
지면은
maybe
좀
4-2? If I lose?
질것 같아요. 네.
자, 두 선수가 서로를
Maybe I
너무
get
잘
smashed if I
알고
lose.
또 아끼는 두 선수이기 때문에 오늘 경기가 더 흥미로운데요. 마지막으로
These two are
서로에게
good players and
한마디씩
close friends.
해보겠습니다. 먼저 전태양 선수.
Before we go, any final words?
일단
TY, you first?
솔직히 좀 자신이 많이 없긴 해요. 솔직하게
Honestly,
얘기하면 그래서 좀 이번만큼은
I am not
추하게
feeling particularly
지더라도
confident today,
추하게 지고 싶지
but I
않고
will.
최소한 두 판만 따내도록 하겠습니다.
I don't want to lose
추하게 지고 싶지
in bad style,
않다.
so I'm going to do my best to
재밌습니다.
bring
자,
some good
김대엽
games.
선수도
I'm
한마디
hoping I can win a
해주시죠.
few maps off of him. And
저도
you, Stats, before we
좀,
start, anything you want to say?
태양이가 진짜 좀 준비를 잘해오는 그런 테란이어가지고 저도
I think
진짜
TY is a
좀,
player who's always very well prepared for his matches.
경기에서 좀 집중 잘하면서 경기 풀어 나가겠고
I'm gonna have to really focus
또
today.
이기든 지든 간에 저도 좀 최선을 다해서
Whether I win or
좋은
lose,
경기를 보여드리고 싶네요.
I'm gonna do my best.
GSL 결승을 놓고
And show
지난
great games for
시즌에
the
이어
fans.
다시 한번 4강에서
All right, that does it for our interview.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I'm not used to these kind of interviews, Artosis.
전태양
Two
선수와
guys
김대엽
waffling
선수의
back and forth.
4강전 지금 시작합니다.
Let's watch these two not very confident semifinalists duke it out. Guys, quick video, then we hop into our games. And we're back. Again, I think this is a really tough one to call. You can see, in all seriousness, I was joking earlier, but you can see that, yeah, these guys are both not too sure who's going to win. It's really, they are really the masters of their race in this matchup in a lot of ways.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. I mean, TY's consistency over the years, and especially this year, is completely outstanding. Just so unbelievably impressive. Stats right now, though, here's the thing. I was actually more confident in him before last round where he 3-0'd Innovation after going down 0-2.
Yeah.
But last round, like, some of his planning seemed very far off. When he was like, just like blink stalkers into charge, it was like, okay, no. Now, what is he going to bring here? And the thing is, TY comes with counterplay generally. I feel like he said he was going to rely on his micro a lot, which really points towards more regular play, but TY has always kind of liked heavy siege tank type play against heavy robo play. So I'm kind of feeling we're going to see that.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. I mean, Stats is basically the guy who, when the meta's really sorted out, he's the best, and he also always wins by pretty much defending everything, getting in the late game, and then crushing. TY is very good against planning for specific players and playstyles, but I think the hardest type of playstyle to truly prepare for is the guy who's got the best defense in the world. It's like, well, I mean, are you just going to try to match him? Are you going to try to...
You have to go about it a different way.
Yeah.
For sure. By the way, I do want to point out we have some similarities between GSL and ASL.
Yeah.
These guys were both in the round of 4 last season. So far, both of our players that have entered round of 4 in ASL were in round of 4 last year.
Yeah.
Last season as well. So just kind of a funny little side note that I just realized. Yeah, the best players really are the best, Tasteless.
The best players really are the best.
They really are.
Put that on Artosis' tombstone.
Yeah.
Get that tattooed on your back.
This isn't one of those other E-games where anyone could win.
That's right. So here's our map lineup. Should be a long and epic series. I'm fine with either of these guys going on. They're both so good. TY, the analyst caster here at GSL, may end up winning the tournament again. He made history when that happened. That had never, ever occurred before. Or Stats. Again, the guy that really seems to know all the ins and outs on Protoss defense. Very conservative play. Our countdown's now started. Let's do this. The best of 7 is on with TY versus Stats.
영광의 전투가 펼쳐진다. GSL을 위하여. 전투 지원이 들어왔다. 함께 있다. 우리는 더욱 강하다.
All right. Let's see if we get this started right off the bat. Look at this. Oh my God.
Wow.
This is so funny.
Okay, so barracks was just made out of vision where the probe scouted. But an immediate probe scout, I mean, you come in here and you see there isn't a barracks here, so you know it's been proxied somewhere on the map. In this case, it's not close to the Terran, but not close to the Protoss either. It's right in the middle of the map. It's a very unlikely spot to be scouted.
Yes, very unlikely.
In fact, I almost feel like that is such an odd spot that might be the last place you would scout looking for a barracks.
I think you're actually very close to correct on that. It's definitely one of those spots where its only goal is to not be scouted.
Yeah.
And Stats does like to send a second probe out, and you can see that, right? He's scouting right now with 2 probes, but he's not going to find it.
Oh, what? Okay, he does find
Never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind. Tasteless.
Wow, how embarrassing.
Can't believe you thought that would not be scouted. That's like
yeah,
such,
I thought
such
you
an
go hug
obvious
the edges.
location.
Yeah. There's a
That
weird
place that's like not particularly close. It's so obvious.
Of course. No, like that's a good move there by Stats. Definitely scouting that out. Now, again, he already knew he was being proxied since he saw there wasn't anything else in the main. The probe trying to come up here actually will not go up inside the main. It could have, but decides to turn around.
And he's going to see it's a Marine, actually, not a Reaper.
And this probe will not be able to get out. It will be killed off here. So Stats losing that scouting probe.
All right, just going to back up. I am excited for like the mid game. These early games, like we definitely have a little bit of scuffling that occurs, you know, where it's like, okay, are we hiding something? How are we going to scout it? How are we altering that Protoss build order for it? But the mid game and what, I guess for this series, for me personally, I'm looking at, does Stats go Robotech, like as in, does he actually make Colossi?
And then go into Disruptor.
Yeah, yeah. Or, and then in addition to that, what is TY's tech here? Because TY really brings a lot of fresh, really smart ideas when he prepares for a match like this.
Now, let's talk about the previous series that we saw with Stats, where he had a really great comeback, but yeah, he did elect to do some, it's not wrong, but it was a style that was more out of the meta. He was going for charge lots and trying to get a pretty sharp timing attack that did damage, and it almost cost him the tournament.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering about that here now. We do have the Robo started, so I guess we're not going to go into that, but I did want to mention that just big picture in this series, you know, what is the tech going to be? Because I'm on the same page as you, Artosis. I think you need to be going for a Robo tech. This seems to be the most robust way to play against Terran.
Yeah, I think it is right now. Now, TY looks like he's going to be going for cloaked mine drops. So that armory almost done. He's going to have 4 mines in a second here. But this is not something that is scary for Stats, right? Like, you do this against DRG, yeah, you're going to get a lot of kills. You do it against Stats, it might play into his hands. We'll see. It's not the most expensive thing to do.
All right, he's plugged the entrance up here with a structure that's warping in. And so there's not going to be any way to poke in there for now. And yeah, one thing when you go against a player that's got just phenomenal defense is that a lot of times you're setting units in there to try to kill stuff and not getting the kills and then losing them, and you're actually just getting further and further behind.
Yeah.
So let's see how this goes here. Now, the first Widow Mine drop is usually, even though it doesn't tend to do the most damage, it should, because there's less Protoss units to defend right now. A lot of times it is the 3rd or the 4th one if they keep doing it. But let's see how much damage this actually does. He does not appear to be in an ideal position to stop this. As we can see now, it's going to slip right through here.
As the Stalkers pull back, he might run Hellions in. He does have 4 Hellions right now as well. It looks like he's not running them in, though. Just going to go ahead and burrow everywhere. Okay, gets a few units. Trying to deny as much mining time as is possible. Okay, a couple probes there.
Not bad. And it certainly does interrupt the mining time. But look at this. This is very cute. This is just out of vision here.
Now, this is while he's chasing down these mines. This is a great move. I love it.
Yeah,
and this is buying time for the mines as well. Like, maybe that mine resets.
Yeah, I really like what I'm seeing here. Does it actually manage to get another shot off? No?
No, not quite. But the idea, I think, was all right. And he ends up getting 7 probes. He's forced a couple shield batteries as well. And what did it cost him, really? Like, a Hellion and 4 mines? That sounds like a good deal. I'll take that deal, Tasteless.
Yeah. Again, TY always good at setting up these little tactics, but now that the drop has been defended, the map is freed up and Stats can actually move across it. And They did mention in the interview it's going to depend on how much damage the Stalkers can do. That was both of them saying that. So let's see. This is the moment where Terran can be a little bit brittle. It does look like, I think there's not much damage that can be had here.
We'll see. He's going to jump on top of that tank, I think, because there's not that much.
Yeah, the bunker was actually empty, and this is really bad, actually, for TY, although the Stalkers were handled pretty well there.
Huh. With the double auto turret, I mean, he actually killed off almost all the Stalkers.
Yeah, I thought that was going to go much better, but the auto turret was a real game changer there.
Yeah, and then also he morphed his Hellions into Hellbats, which helped body block a little bit extra as well, dealt a little bit of extra splash. The SCVs surrounded quickly. And yeah, it seems like a good defense from TY. So far this game, it feels like TY has the upper hand.
Yeah, it's funny because, you know, when you see the bunker empty like that, and I kind of like the mind game with that because it can be a pretty good bluff. Like if you see a bunker, from the other player's perspective, you just assume there's stuff in it, right? There's not often moments where you think, maybe that bunker's empty. But he did get in there, but yeah, I thought he should have probably tried to get back out a little bit more quickly.
You know, yeah, I guess the surround was pretty quick and pretty good there. Ooh, he gets the observer as he walks out.
Yeah, that's pretty big, especially when, you know, there's such an emphasis on the power of Robotech here to have to lose an observer.
Totally.
You know, that'll have to be remade eventually here.
Dude, look at this. He's actually pushing this so hard, and he's doing a Hellbat drop during this time, which is not something that you really see anymore.
Yeah, this is an unusual time to drop this in.
But a Hellbat drop, I mean, it's going to be hard for a shield batter to heal through that, and Stats is paying a close attention over here.
Yeah, let's see how fast he even reacts to this. You know, Hellbat drops just never...
Yeah.
It's like every time.
Well,
every time we see the players morph into Hellbats and the workers just run away. This time it was dropped literally in the middle of the workers and nothing died.
Yeah. It's kind of a funny thing to see.
I like the idea, but yeah, the Hellbat as a unit is just not...
It's a weird unit.
It's not as good as I think a Terran would ever want it to be.
Well, remember when it was the best unit in the game?
Yeah, yeah. No,
and
there was a
every match was just speed medevacing into dropping Hellbats.
Yeah, yes.
Gosh.
I do wish I could forget that, but no, that's etched in my memory. Too many games I've casted.
That was a bad era.
That was a bad time. So Stim is nearly done. Now TY's done a great job of keeping up with bases here.
Yeah, he's macroing really well. He did get that quick third CC.
He does appear to just overall be ahead after all these little exchanges back and forth, whether it's the drop over there or defending the Stalkers that blinked into the natural. And I would say in a minute or two here, we're going to be due for a Terran push.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, but look at how Stats is playing. Like, he's playing his standard style right now. He's getting the Prism speed, second Forge, throwing down a couple High Templars, probably to try to get the feedback. You know, he loves to do that. And with that second Robo, he's going to get his Disruptors starting to flow out. So, I mean, I'm looking at this, and I think that even though TY has done a good job so far this game, Stats, he's done what I want him to do so that we can have a Protoss champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
if he keeps playing like we see right here, I think he might be able to grind out a championship, but we'll see. We'll see. This move out is scary.
Okay, here comes the push now. Now, a lot of times the Protoss waits in the middle because you want to bait out the disable from the Raven. Then you flee using force fields to sandbag the progress of the push.
Well, this is the great part about this High Templar drop is that he tries very hard to actually engage as quickly as possible just for that feedback. He has the speed now. He's slowing this down quite a bit. Now, the attack coming up to his fourth base, I think he has to cancel.
Yeah, I don't think he can get over there in
time.
I
think he should just cancel.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, he needs to... This is... I think you wait for the 2 Disruptors. Yeah, it's okay to cancel that. I mean, you didn't want to, but you have to make sure your first engage is really clean and really good. TY is doing a fantastic job right now of zoning everything back away from his Raven. There's such a dance going on about this Raven right now.
Yeah, TY's been very patient here.
Look at TY's movement. TY's movement is magnificent.
Stats just goes and tries to melt the energy on the medevacs, which may be handy, you know, when the Colossi splash comes in here. I'm not sure exactly how this maths out, but Now the third's under pressure, and this disconnects the Protoss from the fourth, so Stats needs to actually save this.
He has to
or
engage.
he will just die. He actually might have to just take a fight, even if it's the odds are not in his favor here. Look at that positioning.
Yeah, it's
3
ridiculous.
tanks behind the rocks here. That's so good.
Ooh.
Oh, no, he's going to lose a Disruptor.
Yeah, that was not what he was looking for.
I think this is going to be a 1-2 punch win here for I
think you're
TY.
right.
I think
He needs to go now, man. He needs to go.
He's coming in.
You can't let this occur anymore. Look at
Oh,
that.
man,
The disables come out so huge to not have your Colossus in the fight as well.
Yeah, and the Protoss was so overextended there. He's going to win this fight. He's going to kill the Nexus. He's going to take this game. TY, unreal. GG.
Okay, that was
sick.
Yeah, that was a massive outplay from TY. And his early game, he mixed it up a little bit, right? He had that forward Rax that actually didn't even make a Reaper. Then he went into the Mine drops while taking a third command in his main into the Hellion drop, right? So you put all this together, like even like his little push out, it did well. You know, the blinking, he punished the Stalkers. He really brought it to Stats there. Now, that's not to say that this whole series is going to look like that, because I don't think Stats played poorly.
No, I don't think he played poorly.
TY did definitely outplay him, but I think Stats can come back after a game like that still.
I didn't imagine we had the game that would look like that, where Stats would just not be able to hold a fourth and die. That's the best defensive player in the world, basically getting pushed and killed.
TY really outmaneuvered in there. Like, you could see the dancing. He was trying, because if you try to engage that and he disables your Colossi in the middle of the engage, you lose. Okay, that's why you were talking about it. You go out to meet them halfway.
Right.
Stats is trying to get him, but TY would not let it happen.
Let's go to game 2 now. TY versus Stats. Our map is Eternal Empire.
영광의 전투가 펼쳐진다. GSL을 위하여. 아프리카 프린스 TY 전태일. 아프리카 프린스 스태치 김대중.
We had a probe sent out again here early on. I wouldn't be surprised if Stats does this literally every game.
Yeah.
Just make a beeline over here, and when you get there, you confirm, okay, there's no proxy.
Seems pretty popular right now, and definitely Stats has been doing it a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. We'll probably see it quite a bit. Quick Protoss scout against all races. So yeah, that was a very good first game. Very impressive from TY. Just the way that he zoned the army out and then forced to cancel on the fourth, and then he got into position behind the rocks. Stats was a little bit slow dealing with that. Very impressive. I keep on going over it in my mind, like maybe there was a little bit cleaner army movement for Stats to cut off that, but TY pulled back from the canceled fourth very quickly, went down, had an arc with the Raven far enough back and enough Vikings that you can't really push in at that point. You're kind of waiting for the Disruptors, but then he's in such a good position when the Disruptors come out, and it's a funnel, so your charge lots aren't going to do so well.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's so many little aspects of it. There's like 3 tanks in siege mode there. What are you supposed to do? That's so hard.
TY basically outmaneuvered Stats twice in the course of about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Got to where the fourth was, took that out, and then the second outmaneuvering where he got the 3 siege tanks behind the rocks, that is lethal.
Yeah. Well, when you kill the third, it's like you can live with a fourth canceled. If TY pushes up while he already has a third base and kills your third, the game is over.
If you cancel your fourth, but then you take a really good fight and maybe force them to kill off most of their army, and you can expand your growth rate's not that hindered. But I mean,
if you lose the third, you have to have like a prism in their main wrecking their economy. You know what I mean?
There better be 20 zealots inside their main base, and everything's on fire.
And then it turns into a weird base trade that the Protoss will probably win.
There is a thing with StarCraft 2 where momentum really kills in this game. Like if you're at a certain tier and you like let's say you take out that third base there is not a comeback mechanic for the Protoss at that point in time. Nor should there be, by the way. It's just like production is going to be too high. You will just smother them with your army after that.
Yeah. Well, you're looking to get, you know, that critical mass of Protoss units to actually fight against that, whether that's splash damage or just heavily upgraded gateway stuff. That one's a little bit harder nowadays. Either way, really an amazing game out of TY there. So impressed. All right, looks like another mine drop's going to be coming up. He didn't get an armory this time, though, did he?
I mean, other than the being outmaneuvered, I don't feel like Stats really did that much wrong.
Yeah, well,
back
that's a clean game, right? So much of StarCraft is about army movement.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll get outmaneuvered and your opponent will be in a position where you're just like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
That absolutely happens. You know, that's part of the game of StarCraft where it's like, where are they? You have that incomplete information. You need to kind of know where they're at so that you can counter move against it.
Okay, here we go. Another Widow Mine drop. Now, this is to be expected. I really like that.
That's super handsome.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it makes the quick call there to sacrifice a Stalker because his probes were actually in trouble. I like it. Good stuff.
TY inches forward with this mine. And it does take out that one probe there.
He deals with it reasonably well considering his units were out of position chasing a Hellion when it came in. Well timed out from TY. Some more Stalkers being warped in, so he does have that 3-gate Stalker that he can put pressure on with. We saw last time he lost like 5-6 Stalkers.
That was probably the biggest mistake he made back there.
It makes a big difference.
I mean, it was funny because it looked like initially it might do a lot, but this time he's got a Warp Prism with it. And you know, having the ability to both warp in and elevator up units into the main, there's a lot that can be done here.
Yeah, there certainly is.
The tank is positioned there. Now we have the bunker. Looks like he's going to have one Marine that can pop inside. Almost goes there and takes out the SCV, making that. He did spend his blink, so he's not able to blink into the main just yet, but his movement is telegraphing that he's eager to try to do that. There we go now.
All right. A little bit of harass going on.
This is really not doing that much.
No,
There's a lot of damage. No hull damage yet, but...
Yeah, the 2 tanks definitely very good. I like this move. Definitely nice to take out that bunker.
Yeah, that's really what allows Terran to be stable in that position. He's blinking away.
This is good from Stats. This is much better than Game 1.
Right.
Even though it's not doing, like, a lot, the fact that he hasn't lost all his Stalkers, that's a big plus.
Well, he's
Picking off that bunker, making TY react heavily, those are important things.
He's not overextending here.
Yeah.
But, again, TY really handling the pressure play pretty well here. So, on the other side of the map, Protoss naturally always expands ahead of the Terran in this meta. So, we're waiting. I mean, right now, Protoss has played a very good control game here.
Yeah, he's doing all right there. There's some nice micro. He is going into a gateway style, by the way. So we're going to see, you know, it seems like he feels relatively confident with that. I guess we just wait and see how that's going to go down. You know, he did reasonably with the Stalkers, so it feels a little bit more likely that it'll work than it did against Innovation.
Yeah,
but not like I'm not completely confident that he's going to be able to make this work. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Innovation seemed to just have the answer to that, but TY is actually a very different Terran player. Now, keep in mind, Storm is inbound here. When you have Storm, you're able to deal with this much, much, much better. Storm is basically a supplement for the, instead of Colossus Disruptor. I mean, Psystorm is what will deal an area of splash damage that if Terran is not controlling perfectly, you'll just have a big chunk of your army melt, and a lot of times that will tip the game into your favor.
Well, that's the whole thing. You need to have splash damage. By the way, that one Raven, 7 kills. TY is really identifying what's going on so well, I would say. Right? Like, there's no Colossus. Oh, you're going Gateway Tech? Okay, let's harass with the Raven now. He's got a plan for everything you can see here. Now, Ghost Academy coming up, but it is going to be a little bit before he actually has Ghosts out to help, to actually EMP those High Templars.
So, Terran for pushing here. I mean, again, TY is like ahead in supply overall. Macroing very well. The harass has definitely been successful. I really
Yeah.
like the usage of the auto turrets over here.
Yeah, they're doing very well.
I'm curious how this push is going to be handled. I mean, Storm is now done. Protoss takes the 4th. So we're basically we're about to enter the same, at least idea-wise from the Terran's perspective, we're going to enter the same space again here. But this time Protoss has assembled a different type of army.
Yeah.
One that if Terran miscontrols in the fight or Protoss controls perfectly, can obliterate a huge chunk of the army. Again, if controlled correctly.
Yeah. Looking at their positions right now, I really prefer where TY's at. It looks like Stats may be going for some sort of bust, but TY is well sieged. He's going to Liberators, which are absolutely fantastic against this style. It's really hard to actually engage into that. And if he just kind of turtles and masses, this heavy gateway style is going to have a hard time the bigger the armies get, right?
Yeah.
It'll literally all come down to Psystorm. It's not about Psystorm supporting you in the fight, it's about winning you in the fight or losing you in the fight.
Okay, Terran now beginning to move out. Notice how Protoss is set up to try to have counter pressure. And look, TY's reacting really well. He's going to reinforce the wall over here.
He's scanning a lot on the army.
This is where Protoss can kind of behave like a Zerg. I think actually he's going to get outmaneuvered again here. Look at the Terran army.
Oh,
look
God.
at Protoss went back. Well, we're not having a camera. But you can see on the mini-map, Protoss is now going back.
Oh, he's so out of position here. But, he has like a small group there, and it looks like he's warping in again.
What is
Stat's going to go for the counter.
Okay, this
Oh,
is
this
going
army
to
can
become
definitely kill those Zealots. That's
very
easy.
base tradey here.
Yeah, and Stats is actually attacking him, but he's attacking to a lot of tech units.
Yeah, now the third base is much less expendable than the Protoss's 4th, so an easy kill there on that base, but this is the one that really actually matters here. And I think Stats is going to have to ditch this. These guys, God, I wish we could get a shot of what's happening on the Terran side of the map here.
Yeah, well, it looks
we're
like
getting
he's
half
had
the
to live
story
this
here,
third.
guys.
He didn't lose that many SCVs, though, and TY is just killing him right now.
Okay, he's going to keep pushing up over here. Finally, we get a shot of this. So that you can see the Protoss is coming across the map over here. Terran's pulled SCVs into the main. The natural most certainly will go down. There is an additional base just north of this position. I don't know if TY is aware of that.
The army for Terran here just is not stoppable.
Yeah, and Terrans are just naturally better built for base trades since their structures can fly. So Protoss has pulled the bulk of the probes away. It's 40 workers to 45. Stats' workers in the middle of the map. TY's workers in his main for the most part. Yeah,
man.
I think TY wins this.
Yeah, definitely.
TY just seals himself into his main with the rest of his assets. Terran can come in here and destroy the infrastructure. There's really nothing over here. There is still a Warp Prism, though, with 4 Templars in it.
Yeah, that's kind of his one big lifeline here. Looks like he's going to go hunting.
Okay, he's going to keep shelling this location.
Runs back and actually engages this with just a chunk of his army, but it's enough. EMPs go down, and TY's going to go up 2-0.
Damn, TY.
Looking good.
TY. He's a killer, man.
He looks fantastic today.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a very good handle on the matchup.
His decision making is really sharp. His builds, just like his reaction to everything is just right. I mean, this man, when he preps for something, he looks unbeatable. He's just so smart. The way just look at the way he's used the Raven today. In both the games, he demolished Stats with one Raven. Game 1, he danced it around so much. Stats was focusing. He's the best guy at stopping these Ravens.
Yeah.
And he just wrecked him with
ate
it.
so much damage trying to get close to that Raven.
And then this...
And in game 2, I mean, talk about perfect handling of a base trade.
And he got 11 kills with the Raven while he was doing this.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like, are you kidding? 11 probe kills.
And again, he outmaneuvered him.
Yeah.
On the map, just got into position. Stats went, oh crap, and just tried to dive on the third.
Well, these gateway armies, you can't split that early.
Yeah, TY cut him open, got there to the main. The main army was marooned on the map. TY's army was better. It was really impressive stuff. Guys, short break when we come back. Game 3 of TY versus Stats.
I know you're telling me you're leaving, but all I wanna do is hold
상큼한 복숭아가 사이다를 더 청량하게. 새로움을 마시다.
울트라 기어로 부드럽게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터. 울트라 기어로 선명하게 이긴다. LG 울트라 기어 게이밍 모니터.
잡아 킬 프림님 힐 그렇지 나 힐 이점 쓰리끈 온다 잡아 바닥 바로
From the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
고고! 핫식스!
성능을 언제 어디서나 가볍게 즐기다. 지포스 GTX 1650 그래픽 최신 인텔 10세대 프로세서 탑재. 고성능 노트북의 새로운 기준 LG 울트라 기어.
디자인하면서 가장 중요하게 생각했던 부분은 울트라 기어의 차별화된 브랜드 메시지를 잘 나타내는 것입니다. 신과 영웅들의 최강의 무기들을 검토하였습니다. 그중 니케의 승리의 날개를 모티브로 지금의 울트라 기어의 로고가 탄생하게 되었습니다. 울트라 기어의 이니셜인 U와 G를 비상하는 날개의 형상으로 레드 색상을 사용하여 강력한 에너지와 힘을 나타내었습니다. 울트라 기어는 최상의 퍼포먼스로 진정한 게임의 즐거움, 승리의 기쁨을 여러분께 선사할 것입니다.
세미파이널 T1 스탠치.
What's up, everybody? We're back, and I gotta say, this is looking like it might be a 4-0. I hope not, but TY seems to be bigger, faster, stronger in this series.
Yeah, he looks really, really strong. I think what we need from stats to come back in the series right now, we need to combine Game 1 with Game 2. Like, take the Game 2, what he did with the Stalker Prism, combine that with the Game 1 tech, and you have a winning combination. I really think that.
I think you're basically correct. By the way, guys, we have an event we're doing here. Since we cannot have people in the studio, obviously, because of COVID, well, we're sad. We miss you guys. We enjoyed having people come down to the venue, and we always enjoyed the cheerfuls, or that's what they call them in Korean, but the signs you guys would make. So come participate in our event for the finals. Make some artwork, whatever it is, send it in. Make it funny, make it dank, make it epic, whatever it is. And you might see your artwork in our finals.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome. You guys give us some big smiles. Everyone here loves to see the artwork and the cheerfuls and everything that you guys send in. So definitely do send it in. You have until the 28th, 1 p.m. KST.
It's sad not having an audience here. I'm used to it now because it's been almost a full year of this, but
it has.
It's cool to meet you guys after the show. I feed off the energy in the audience when people are cheering. Now it's just like a job. I just go to my GSL punch card, punch into work.
Yeah.
It's
Don't even know if people are watching.
I don't know.
Stream might not even be on.
We might not be talking to anybody. For all I know, that camera is full of jelly beans, Artosis. I don't know.
Yeah. Full of jelly beans.
It could be full of, I don't know. Yeah.
Don't know.
You remember this joke we had a long time ago about, like, what if we're two mental patients and this is just the biggest charity event ever? It's just all these people come together and
they just wanted to be e-gamer casters.
Yeah, they're
I can't believe they think this would ever
yeah,
work.
Look at them. They think they're really going out to the world right now. Nobody's watching this. Okay. Game 3. This is important for Stats. He needs to win here because as good as Stats is, and I know he did have a crazy comeback against Innovation, but I don't see Stats beating Innovation 4 games in a row and coming back full on. I think this
what about
is
TY though?
TY winning 4 games in a row?
No, I'm saying Stats coming back. Never mind.
That's what
You said Innovation. So
we're gonna go into Game 3. Stats versus TY on the map Everdream.
It's okay, Jason. I don't expect you have any idea what you said. I'm so sorry.
영광의 전투가 펼쳐진다. GSL을 위하여.
Hell yeah. Proxy time.
I dig it.
Stats is not scouting as quickly this game.
Yeah,
Might he be in trouble?
The last 2 games, Stats sent a probe almost immediately into the main base at TY, and that's the easiest and most straightforward way to confirm whether or not there's a proxy. Even though, you see no barracks there, you at least know there's a proxy somewhere on the map.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what was that?
Yeah.
Turned around for a moment?
Probe has agoraphobia.
Yeah.
Is he just going to find this?
No.
It's so funny, the meta with hiding spots on the map in StarCraft 2. Now, it's 1 barracks planted just to the right of the main base of Stats here.
I wonder, because there is this meta of hiding buildings, if there is something that you could do to make it bad to do this against you, where like you roll a die at the beginning of each game and it gives you like 2 spots to check or something like that.
Yeah.
Which are, instead of doing regular sweeps, because the meta is based on regular worker searching, regular worker sweeps. So if you randomize your play fully to where you scouted, I wonder if there's some way statistically to do that to make proxying you not good. Anyone that's really understands what I'm saying, is good at math, hit me up. I want to.
Yeah, I'd be curious about that.
If what I just said makes any sense in mathematical terms.
Okay, so the barracks is going to be floated into the main.
Oh my god. He's going the tech lab too.
That's just disgusting.
That is crazy. And he's making the bunker because that really takes a lot of your attention as well.
Yeah, when you see the bunker, there's a whole... It's a fire that needs to be put out immediately.
Mm-hmm. Is he going to just go Marauder?
I think he's going to go Marauder, maybe get Concussive Shell.
That's going to wreck. Because he's going to have like 2 Stalkers and a...
yeah, he's getting Marauder. Look at this, Artosis.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a battery being made, but this is over here in the natural. And this is all setting up. By the way, we've seen this rush many times before. From TY, by the way. But the second half of this rush with the barracks in the main and the Marauders being made, we have not seen. And there's a chance this just kills Stats.
Yeah.
The Reaper will get away.
And look at
Notice how he's drawing him out on the map. There's a second Marauder being made.
Yeah, he's sending out his Adept.
Hellions coming.
And the Adept, is actually very important here. 2 Marauders is gonna... He's gonna have to pull a lot of probes to deal with this, basically. But wait a minute, if he Hellion drops with the Marauders already there, is that what he's gonna do?
I think
3 Marauders plus he drops Hellions in there, so you can't pull probes.
Yeah.
It's just gonna kill him.
Yeah, I think this is actually
kill him.
This is one of those Steven Seagal neck-breaking builds.
Because the Hellions drop in, and you're like, yeah, that's fine, and you get your probes away, and you fight them off with Stalkers. Here, it's the Marauders themselves can kill the Stalkers. Oh my god. TY.
Oh my god, he's just out of vision.
He knew he'd put that pylon there.
So there's going to be a 4th Marauder.
He is going to be heartbroken.
All right.
It's like, oh no. Well, how do you defend that? How do you do it?
Oh my god.
Good unit placement there from Stats. Look at this, man. He's got the medevac for those 3 Marauders as well.
Yeah, the medevac can heal the Marauders. The Marauders weren't already tanky enough in the early game.
And it's like he's warping Marauders into the base. Oh my god.
And there's a Banshee coming with Cloak behind this. This is like such an insane series of different attacks that are coming in. Good targeting here.
Okay, he's killed 6 probes so far, Tasteless. Look at this. He's targeting down these Stalkers as well. See how many
pulls the medevac away.
Oh my god. Is he going to get all the Stalkers? Just barely not.
He's going to get 1 more Stalker here.
Oh, saves the medevac with that Marauder as well.
It's crazy.
Oh,
no! TY, stop. All right, just give him the trophy. Give him the trophy now. He's won the tournament.
Kidding me? I can't believe he went back and got that. Even if he knew he could do it,
he didn't even need to do it. At so high risk, and then he did it and got away with it.
Tasus, even if he knew 100% that he could get that, that was still the greediest thing I've ever seen going back to get that Marauder.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, I mean, you got to cut something here, right? Like, how many... Does he have an Observer? He must have one, right? Because these Cloak Banshees are going to come in.
Yeah.
And they are going to make him so sad.
This is funny. The second base is just being landed as the third base has started here for Stats. This goes to show you how much of an investment that attack was. Artosis is having fun here.
Oh, my God. Well, TY is truly magnificent today, Tasus.
Yeah, this is... He's looking like better than I'm even used to seeing.
Oh, man. Ooh, careful. Okay, he's trying to do something with these Stalkers, but I think he's just going to have to recall to try to not lose every probe he has to these 2 Banshees.
He's going to try to come in here. Again, TY able to pull away over and over again. Now counter-pushing here.
Counter-pushing? Is that what you call a Reaper, a Marauder, and a Siege Tank?
It's box art push coming through here.
It's what it's pathetic, but yeah, I guess it's a counter-push as well because this game is so wonky. All right, let's see.
Now, Banshees can one-shot probes, so they can't be healed by the battery easily.
Okay, 5 kills so far there. Oh my God, Tasus. This is...
He is just getting savaged in this game.
He's getting savaged. I've never heard that. I like it,
That is just brutal. 14 probe kills. By the way, for all the abuse that Stats has handled this game, they're even on workers. Funny to note.
They're even on workers. Wow,
yeah.
Look at that. That is kind of crazy, isn't
40
it?
to 40 here.
Well, the 3rd Command Center and the 3rd Nexus are up. A lot of production being made right now. Raven going to be popping out. Stats getting into his Colossi. He's walking across the map with like 5 units. They're not going to find anything.
Now, positionally, I think TY will be very comfortable from any pressure here from Stats.
Yeah,
I don't
Stats
think
can't do anything to him. Stats
yeah.
needs like a recovery period.
Yeah.
He needs a timeout. It's going into the Templar Archives relatively quickly here. Now, here is my question, right? Because once upon a time, your second source of splash with Colossi would always be High Templars. Now, of course, we see a lot of Disruptors, and he likes to get the Templar Archives for the feedback and for some Archons, but his economy was bruised enough that I don't know if that's the most worthwhile route. Like, maybe there's something to getting Storm this game. Not sure. I don't think he'll do it likely because no one really practices that style right now, but I am interested in the possibility.
TY going to scoot that command center over just a little bit to the side here. Yeah, Terran's got the 3rd base up, and we're getting closer and closer to the same point that we've been in the last 2 games where Terran is going to be coming out with a push. Now, I have not seen Stats ever get dunked on that much in the early game.
Yeah.
So I don't know what kind of condition he's in, but there's always a yin and yang as far as balance goes with what, if you're doing one thing, you're probably not doing another thing, right? So I mean, in that game, the expansions for TY were up quite late because he invested in every possible surprise attack there is. So I'm not sure where exactly everything is here for Stats, but I will point out the last 2 games we casted with these 2 guys, TY was around this supply and got a little bit further ahead. He had a much bigger and more developed army when it came time to fight. It's one of the reasons why Stats couldn't find a comfortable position, as he wasn't able to throw his weight around on the map.
You can kind of see on the production tab what's going on, right? Stats is doing 1 to 2 small things, and TY is like, I'm going to upgrade everything while getting defense and producing units out of all my buildings. So definitely it looks like he's going to get to that similar spot, but Disruptors are starting. Stats is coming out, and it's really important that he slows TY down when TY moves out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, let's see if he can get the feedback. We don't really... Is that a Prism up at 12?
I believe it is, yes.
Okay. Okay. I do like the idea of having a Prism out for some of that counter harassment, which is so important.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. He was kind of waiting in the right spot and everything, but he didn't quite react quickly enough there.
Yeah, Terran sieged up on the ramp. I don't think Protoss can actually try to run up there. Yeah, the Warp Prism is basically set up so that when Terran really commits to a push, the Warp Prism will beeline into the main and warp in a ton of Zealots, and that's going to be the counterplay. As Stats needs to get, good defensive position and be ready to absorb the blows coming here from TY.
Oh, a lot of disruptors being made. Viking tank production, Marauders and Marines as well. 4th Command Center coming up. I love the building placement that we're seeing with depots going around that bunker just to kind of mess up the Zealot harassment he knows has to come. Drilling Claws coming up too. This is cool, man. I feel like Stats has done a good job here, even though he took a ton of damage, and that was very exciting what TY pulled out against him. Feels like he's kind of gotten himself into a position where this is fightable. It's still a scary army. It is very siege tank heavy.
Okay, I think he actually might be able to just bypass the army here. He's coming down. This is, if there was going to be a place to try to take the fight, this might be it. Tank sieged up immediately.
Look at that.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
so planned. My God.
He just knew that was coming. These Zealots are not getting the damage off they need. And that's
TY is killing a base during this.
Yeah. Why are we not getting a shot of this base over here?
Because it's more exciting to watch these not kill the bunker.
Yeah, that's...
Zealots. Look at those impotent Zealots, man. Just unable to do anything.
Yeah, unable to do anything there. Terran continues to advance on his position. I think the 4th base, I think actually Stats just gives up on it now.
Yeah, it seems like you have to. He is sending out another group of Zealots. I'm not sure what they're going to find. And with those siege tanks, this is a very hard thing to actually engage. Oh, I don't think so. No, no, no. It's a very technical army from Stats. I mean, he's sent like 40 supply and Zealots, for harassment, and they haven't done anything. And if they were with this army, it's like, oh, maybe then you can get something done. But looking at it, right, it's like this is mostly Archon Disruptor at this point.
Yeah.
It's like an off-kilter PvP army.
There's hold on. There's an expansion in the upper left, so Stats is still growing here. But TY's matched him with a 4th base of his own, and he's pulling back immediately. I think he wants to try to catch this army here. Remember, Colossi are actually not that fast. Not as fast as stemmed infantry. If he can hunt that down and get a kill there, that might be good. In fact, I think maybe Stats is looking to take a fight here. I thought he would pull away more, but instead he's going to sit here.
I think he's just taking some nice positions where he can get a volley. Ooh. Okay. I really like his army movement, to be honest. The way he's doing this is buying himself tons of time.
But I think TY will just rotate through the top here and poke out the 4th base again.
Well, I think he's got to get busy with these disruptors. We're not actually seeing the disruptors shooting off balls too often. He's not really using them as TY's approaching him, which is an important tactic.
Mechanically, it's quite difficult to chuck the disruptor shots there and attack in like that. So let's see. Okay, pretty good disruptor shot there.
That was insane. And look at this, another disruptor shot comes
Whoa,
up. All right,
he crushed him.
There we go.
There it is. Thank God.
Oh, that's fine. There's a tank in there. TY doing a little counter drop there.
I feel like he's just playing so fast. He just picked up what he had there and went with it.
Absolutely, you're right.
There's no reason to have a tank.
You would never put a tank
that
there.
Drop, yeah.
It's like the most worthless 4 spots. I tell you, the disruptor shots were just amazing.
But I like this. He's going to come in and out here from this higher area and keep trying to get whatever kills he can get. And maybe this is going to open up an opportunity for Terran to try to hit the 4th base again. Stats is ahead in supply overall, though.
Yeah, let's see what he gets done. Oh, all right, disruptor shots.
Ooh, damn, TY.
Yeah, some very nice micro going off. But Stats continues to hold. He has a lot of disruptors right now. He's got some very decent upgrades with 2-1 and 3-2 on the way. Tell you, this is some fighting spirit coming out of Stats this game. That was a scary opener from TY. TY was playing so well in the early game with a very teched out, kind of aggro, cheesy, technical strat. But now we see Stats. It's like he's lost lots of nexuses. A lot of things have gone wrong, but he continues to expand up the side of the map.
Okay, a big drop here in the main.
That was brave.
And there is not very much to defend. I think we're going to have a recall back home here. There's no way he's going to be able to recover his infrastructure here in the main. If he doesn't,
I don't think he has a cooldown on it quite yet.
Oh, you might be right, actually, Artosis. DTs are warped in, but immediately picked off. Oh, and he's going to unpower these buildings.
But right now, he's sending DTs, as you see in that picture-in-picture to all these different locations, trying to get some harassment going. All right, lots of Zealots trying to charge in here to help out. Here comes the rest of the army. So he will push TY back. DTs, though, definitely being a bit annoying. And suddenly looking at this game.
It's funny positionally because Terran's all bunched up in the upper right quadrant where Stats is hugging the entire left side of the map.
Yeah. Well, especially that top left base. That's, like, not really defendable, right?
Yeah, well, that's like, I hope you're too busy to find the space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Terran's probably, you can see now he keeps scanning the bottom. You just don't expect Protoss to go that far away. But it might work. It might work. It might end up with TY unable to properly calculate where he is economically in this game compared to Stats.
Wow. We are getting some great disruptor hits right now. Stats is just doing such a phenomenal job of running around the map right now and taking decent fights. But TY is multitasking a little bit out of control. Big drop into the main base. The Stalkers had just left for that attack at his natural. Finally, Recall is back. Brings in an army to deal with this. It's actually a little bit hard, to be honest. I mean, there's all these mines and bio here against Archons walking forward. That's not too hard to pick off. So that was actually very efficient for TY. In the meantime, Stats with a much bigger chunk of his army walking over here. It's a little bit disjointed, this attack, but beautiful disruptor shots once again. Oh, God. Disruptors everywhere. Oh, thank God disruptors can't hit themselves. That would have been brutal.
Okay, Stats fights back very well. Stats may have an opportunity to try to hit one of these bases coming up here. He's going to regroup, try to put a little bit more pressure, but there's a big counterattack coming through here. And I don't see very much to defend back at home for Protoss.
Yeah, it's very tough. I mean, he's used recalls like over and over and over. He's making 8 gates right now. He's just trying to get his production back up. Good counterattack from Stats. A little bit of a base trade scenario going on.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think Stats is fine here.
Well, he's got a lot of time. This army is not big enough that the buildings are going to be vanishing. Well, hold on. There's actually more than I thought. He's up here now. Stats is diving on top of the planetary, and I don't believe there's enough to defend there. No, certainly not.
Oh, Marauder bodies flying through the air right there. And TY continuing to kill lots of Nexuses. It looks like he's actually whittling down a lot of Stats army here.
There's not much here anymore. Stats needs to make sure he's actually grouping everything together.
Yeah, it's really important.
If it gets too small, it just will be stimmed down and picked off.
Oh, what's he doing? Oh, he needs to actually shoot these things. All right, some good connections right there.
It's funny because you can load up medevacs immediately, but you can't unload that fast. So it's a pretty cool thing when you see him forced to pick up, and then he runs under there with the Stalkers and shoots the medevacs down before they can get the army back out.
Both sides starting to run out of money a little bit here. TY being so cost efficient with this attack. He's killed a couple Nexuses already. It looks like he's going for a third one. A blink in here from Stats. Oh, disruptor shots could be money here. Oh, he blows up his own Zealots as a couple medevacs get away with bio in them.
So where are we at here? It seems like Stats is in shambles. He does still have that base in the very far upper left.
Yeah.
And he's got plenty to mine from there. He does still have infrastructure. Terran has reclaimed the locations that were hit earlier. I think Terran has a slight lead here, although he is down on workers, 27 to 49. And Army is going to get lower here too as Stats continues to clean up harass on the map.
Yeah, but here comes the big attack to that top left. Oh, he has his disruptors there.
We need
this
to see.
Could be good. This could be good.
It's all going to come down to how these disruptors connect.
Oh, no, he overshot it. Oh, he only got 1 there. He got 3 there. He got 2 there. I don't know how to cast this many disruptor shots tasteless. They call me numbers.
Yeah. You're, oh my gosh, I think Stats can actually hang on. I mean, although let's keep in mind, he's only got 1 base it's mining. There's a Nexus below this base at the top left, but there's no probes coming from there. Oh, it's warping in, that's why. Okay. Ooh. Again, every disruptor shot, you're not really trading disruptors, you're just, as long as you connect with the target, you don't lose the disruptor, you're getting such good value. TY, it looks like strategically he wants to exploit the fact that Protoss has to defend in 2 completely opposite locations.
He's so spread right now. How do you actually end up dealing with that?
And because TY is so on the offense, Stats doesn't have very many opportunities here for a counterattack.
And look, he's actually, while he's kind of attacking towards that main base and Stats moves down, he's moving a second army up towards the top left. I think Stats left his disruptors there.
I think you're right about that. This game has become very scrappy, though. The thing is, you need a little bit with the disruptors. You can't just have only disruptors.
You can't only have just disruptors?
Well, I think it helps if you have, you know,
you're probably right.
You want something there that
would kill you.
Yeah.
A Banshee and a floating barracks, Tasis. That's all you need.
That's all it takes, man. Okay, he dives in here. Was this an overextension?
Yes.
It seems like TY is more than happy to take this fight.
Oh my God.
As the reinforcements come in here and collapse on top of whatever's remaining there for Stats, I think TY is going to win this game.
This was a great game. My God. I mean, there's still a bunch of disruptors out, so it looks like Stats is going to walk down with the rest of his army, but I think his overall army size is too small and he's too slow right now.
He's about to unpower all of these gateways. Wow.
You don't need gateways, you can just go for the disruptor army. Oh wait, you're right, you can't.
Again, just able to outmaneuver every time. Just outmaneuver this. GG.
Wow.
Wow.
That was a phenomenal game.
I really enjoyed casting that. That was really cool.
TY had such a nice opening, and then Stats with just beautiful unit movement, just kept his cool, continued to upgrade, held him off.
Damn, dude.
And that base trade, like, when the base trade started, I was like, is Stats just going to be fine here? Because he had like 10 gates warping in. So it's like, okay, a big round, and you should be able to clear the force, but he was unable to.
Stats is in trouble, man. Because Stats played really well. He's fine. He'll 4-0. Calm down.
Did you even watch the last round?
Yeah, you're right. Golden Wall for map 4. The weird map we've got here. What are we going to have as far as play goes? I don't know.
I think this map favors TY, to be honest. I know that Stats chose this map. I was looking at the veto pick thing. Oh, I guess it shows the check marks there anyways. But yeah, he actually is the one that chose this as map number 4. But I think this is such a different map strategically. TY is going to have a good plan. What do you do here as Stats? Are you doing one of these like blink charge builds? He's not really into those.
I don't think Stats is going to cheese either. I mean, he pretty much plays defensively, but guys, Stats, if he's going to take this, he has to win 4 games in a row against TY, looking better than I've ever seen him look.
Yeah, TY looks phenomenal.
Looks terrifying.
He's ridiculous right now.
And Stats was really actually defending very well for most of that game. And then TY just got into a position and exploited some insane strategies. Guys, game 4's up. Let's see if Stats comes back or if TY goes on to the finals of Season 3 of the GSL.
영광의 전투가 펼쳐진다. GSL을 위하여. 아프리카 프린스 TY 전태일. 아프리카 프린스 스태치 김대영.
So this is a map where there's an upper platform and a lower platform. It is divided by the gold bases there. So we've had games that are very unusual, where people are taking bases in odd locations. We've also had games where it's very standard. So I mean, you can really expect anything. I do love this map, though.
It's definitely been an interesting one.
The maps are really what allow RTS to actually stay interesting. You know, it's a you can tweak a few things on a map and suddenly you can completely change the way a matchup can operate.
Yeah, it's always exciting to get some new maps and check them out and see how they do. And especially when they've got exciting ideas. We haven't seen that many TVPs on this map. I remember when it first came out.
I feel like we only have TVZ on this map.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's been in GSL at least. And now it's rotated off of the ladder, so I mean, this GSL is probably the last we'll see of Golden Wall ever. But yeah, I mean, as far as TVP goes, the TVPs that we have seen here, there's been a lot of Hellion drops that hit before the 3rd pylon, so the Hellion drop like just goes unspotted. We've also seen some Protosses try gold-based strats a couple times, where it's like mass blink stalker or mass charge lot type of thing. Some SOS-esque type builds. Unsure what we'll see here. I mean, clearly TY has planned all his builds really well.
Stargate.
Okay.
How upset are you right now, Artosis?
I'm okay with the Stargate opener, to be honest.
Now, are you okay with this because Stats has been bopped 3 times in a row and you think he needs to do something different? Because I know if this was game 1 and he opened up Stargate, you'd be very angry.
I see what you mean, but like there's 2 ways you can go with Stargate. You can do an Oracle opener, and if you do an Oracle opener and stay very low on units but get a very fast 3rd Nexus, talking like before 5 minutes, then you can actually kind of play Gateway style, I think, with it, right? Like the Oracle does some light harassment, keeps track, keeps tabs, and you can kind of just explode your Gateway count. Or you can go Phoenixes into Colossi, which I think is all right as well. And I think particularly for this map, because Terran's going to utilize drops because of the way the map is shaped, I think the Phoenix opener is actually all right.
I think you make a very good point there, yeah. The fact that this is a map where drops are very exploitable, this seems like a good way to mute the power of drops. Oh, Fusion Core, that was not what I was expecting.
Okay, so the Fusion Core is either for Liberator range or for BC.
If he goes BC, oh, I will be so happy.
It looks like it's BC.
Is this going to get scouted?
He's going to scout.
Oh, Stats.
Look, he's faking Banshee right now. So, yeah, he is going BC. That's crazy. I can't believe he didn't. Oh, my God, Tasteless.
I never thought we'd see a BC today. This is
I certainly didn't either. BCs are not...
So
like a BC opener you don't generally see in this matchup.
Do you send the BC right away, or do you want to try to make a couple?
Oh, you jump them.
You jump them?
You jump it right into the mineral line, man.
Okay.
Especially against these Phoenixes. You think Phoenixes are going to kill a BC Tasteless? They're not.
Oh, Stats!
Man.
Oh,
man.
Oh God.
Tasteless. He's gonna have like he's going Phoenix Colossus, which again I think it's completely reasonable to go on this map.
Yeah.
But we never really see DT, but I mean BC, but this is kind of feel like look, he restarts Cloak because the Phoenixes are flying around.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, he even loses one. I feel like this battle cruiser is going to warp to the other side of the map and pick Stats up, like a Zangief drop him on the head. I think that might actually happen.
Well, you're not really sitting there making stalkers to complement your Phoenix's tastes, if I can be honest. This is going to wreck. Watch his face when it warps in. Just watch Stats' face.
Well,
all
let's
right?
watch
It's
on the
screen right here.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Showtime.
Oh, look where he warped it to. He didn't warp it right on top. He's going to fly it in instead. The Phoenixes are out of position. Here we go. It's going to hit. It's going to hit. Okay, his face doesn't change. That's consummate pro right there.
Well, yeah. He's just going to react to it.
Yeah, he takes out the shield battery first. Very, very smart move there. Look at this. Marines are coming up, too.
Oh, man. He's got a really good spot over this pylon if he decides to take this position.
And the BC is just murderizing everything Tasteless.
Look at the Protoss units running away as they just get gunned down.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just unreal damage.
Yeah, you can see that the Marines can retreat pretty well underneath the BC.
And look, you can see the Phoenix is just having such a hard time against it. The high armor of the BC not caring about their attacks.
Yeah, it's like they can just ignore the Phoenixes like they're mosquitoes or something.
Yeah. You see he's like microing back. He's trying to keep them alive. All right, pops out a Void. That's really good.
Look at this.
Oh, he's not going to have his jump ready.
Oh, he had it! No, he didn't. Okay.
If that had gotten out, Mr. Tasteless, that would have been the most heartbreaking thing right there.
Oh, yeah.
But he's going into mech now, so, like, wow.
TY is trying to end this semifinals with style here. This is pretty crazy, man. I mean, again, I think this is the best we've ever seen TY play ever. He looks better than when he won GSL earlier this year. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He's like doing, he's doing everything.
You're right. He looks, this is
I know
This is
that
peak
doesn't
TY.
sound right, but I really mean that. Like, he actually literally looks better than when he won Season 1.
Yeah, I think he's going to win this season, man. Like, for real. I mean, he's the best TVT in the world, that's for sure. He knocked out DRG. I don't think Armani's going to stop him.
I mean,
He's killing the best Protoss. Like, Stats has been... Stats already beat the other 3 Horsemen in this season!
Yeah, this is like
And he was in the finals last season! Tasteless!
I can't believe the TY's... Not only is he quite possibly got a 4-0, where he's already 3-0'd for now, but he's winning with pushes and positional play against the best defensive player in StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
The shield of IR, Artosis.
IR.
So, more battlecruisers made. This is also kind of funny because they're both reaching into the bottom of the map.
That is
Terran
funny,
and Protoss both expanding to the lower platform. We've had games where, like, the lower platform, nobody stepped foot on it. Not this game.
Yeah. Well,
but it would seem like
the
lower
comps
part
that
of
I'm looking at, this has to be good for mech, right?
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's like, it just seems like it would be a very straightforward mech push down through the bottom into the main. They could kill him.
He's going to tear the voids.
There's something Protoss doesn't have to think about that often is how to dodge Yamato gun.
You know, another little funny thing. TY is the best BC versus... He's just the best BC player in the world.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the only pro that took it seriously when it was in the metagame for like a week because of Nathanius.
Again, more growth here on the lower part of the map. And Terran's going to milk the gold base. We don't have Protoss taking a gold base yet. It does seem like on this map it's a little bit easier, especially in TVP, for Terran to secure the gold and keep it.
Yeah. You know, I think what Stats should do, like I love that he expanded up there, I think he should make a Nexus at every location up at the top. Just make 1 million Nexuses, because that bottom of the map, like he's going to get pushed eventually, right? TY is going to mass up, push him, and it's going to be really hard to stop. But TY, like his army couldn't be less mobile on the top, right? All he has is the BCs.
Yeah.
Because the tanks are like behind the minerals and stuff. It's going to take a long time for him to actually attack anything with anything other than BCs. So if he just makes mass Nexus, I think that's a great play.
Okay. 3 battlecruisers coming up here. And I love the Yamato. Wait, what?
Gets one.
Okay. Gets one. Pulls back out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, I mean, it's somewhat inconsequential. What's really about to happen here is that Terran's going to have a push, and I don't know that Protoss can hold the bottom left base, the one on the low ground. But if he can't hold that, he also will probably lose his main.
Yeah, and he'll lose his natural, and that's how the push should go.
We've actually had games where usually it's a Zerg that dies this way, but I guess technically, yeah, if you go into the Protoss's main with a push and kill it,
yeah,
you also just win the game.
Well, I think that there is counterplay here. If Stats makes a bunch of Nexuses, and to be honest, he should build all of his buildings at like 12 o'clock right now. Like, anything else he wants to make, I think in this weird game you have to look forward and be like, okay, the next push should not be stopped easily, right?
Right.
You got to win through counterattacks and that type of thing.
Okay, this is a lot of damage on those Stalkers. I like the push down here. Looks like Terran has to lift off. I don't see the mech army. I should have been there, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah, he's got a lot of units. Maybe he was rotating them around to the other side
I think
of the map.
so. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, that's a... Hey.
Okay, takes
great,
out the CC,
great
gets
move.
away. Good move by Stats. I really like that.
Yeah, Stats is starting to make things happen this game. I like it.
Chasing the Hellions away. Now, Terran's maxed out, which would, I think, naturally just trigger the push to start here. But it looks like he wants to repair first and I think then head out. I think that's what we're seeing here.
Maybe.
But Stats is doing a pretty good job keeping the pressure on.
I like how some SCVs are randomly mined from the wrong side of gold minerals. Okay, just sets up here. Ooh, nice split. Disruptors, I think that's a pretty cool choice.
Okay, Terran is now on the move here. And Protoss is going to have to try to address this army. I love the disruptor play. Oh no, but if he loses the disruptors, okay, that's also a great move, hitting the gold bases. Stats is doing a really good job.
Yeah,
he's doing a
making things
really
happen.
good job. I don't think he's going to be able to. I don't think he's going to let TY style on him just yet.
All right, some decent disruptor hits. They're not perfect. It's good splitting from TY.
Oh wow, Yamato's down the the Colossus that was at full HP. The Stalkers are here for the counterattack. Terran has finally managed to reach this base. Protoss is doing a pretty good job, but I don't know how you're going to stop that Terran army. Now, that being said, the Protoss unit composition is much more fluid and nimble when compared to the tanks that have to siege up.
Yeah,
and
his counterattack is doing fantastically here, but he is losing his main.
Yeah. We're going to need to see a lot of gateways made at the top here. By the way, we're going to see DT Tech coming in here.
Oh, that's amazing. DT Tech is exactly the type of thing you want.
This is enough Stalkers you can actually fight that, right? No?
No.
I guess not. I'm not used to seeing Stalkers fight BCs, so I'm like, okay.
The BCs do pretty darn well.
Okay, this is just absolute destruction here in the main.
So much damage on both sides.
Oh! Okay, he does manage to get away.
What does he do now? Is he going to try to clear what's in his main?
If he can deal with this army in the main, I think Stats is going to be okay. But how does he do that? I also feel like the natural, or the base just north of the main, if we can call it, is going to be picked off here. Now he's got Hellbats, which are certainly much tankier.
Yeah.
Does Protoss really want to try to run up onto the high ground? I guess we got our answer now.
I don't know if that's going to work out.
Yeah. In fact, this is just the. Oh my God!
No.
Just completely messing up his control there.
Yeah.
Some units attacking and others running away.
I don't think. I mean, this area is valuable. But it's not valuable enough to give your whole army and then still lose it.
Yeah. I mean,
definitely a miscalculation there.
Pushing down from high ground here, and the rest of the significant tech is actually just here in the natural. I don't know if Protoss gets started new here at the top of the map, but that may be Stats' only choice. By the way, he never actually killed that base at the bottom of the map. You look down there, he kind of walked.
Yeah.
He actually walked through it. I think there's literally still probes mining there.
It's kind of funny.
Okay, here comes the counter. I don't know what's in the main.
Yeah, just maybe a few units from his reinforcements. He looks like those are actually doing a reasonable job, but he's going to jump back with those BCs and easily clean up the Zealots.
Yeah, and gosh, BCs really are at the center of the strategic play here. It's really incredible to see TY doing this.
Yeah, utilizing those BCs to basically clean up every time the counterattack comes. It's so critical.
It should be noted that right now, Terran is barely mining, okay? Terran's on 3 bases just in the bottom. The problem for Protoss is that the Terran... that was sick. The problem right now is that the Terran has this mech army that just Protoss can't quite deal with. This is so much splash damage. Any overextension and Stats will rip apart parts of your army.
Well, I think he should continue his counterattacking ideas. I don't know why he keeps on trying to engage these, but I guess he's going to do it again. Let's see.
Here we go.
He's softened it a few times. No, there's way too many.
You can see the way the tanks are spaced out. The Protoss doesn't get to see how many tanks are actually there until he's already eaten the siege tank shots.
But he's eaten them so many times, maybe he should have an idea. I feel like he should just be counterattacking nonstop and then try to kill the army after he's done critical damage, you know? Because Stalkers are not going to kill 15 plus 3 siege tanks, or plus 2 siege tanks, rather.
It seems like, for now, the Protoss is going to be resigned to these Tier 1 units. Yeah. Stalkers and Zealots.
Well, he's never going to have money for anything else.
Yeah, I don't know if there's even been a robo that's been remade here. But, again, TY's income isn't that great. Stats actually has a lot of bases.
He does have a lot of bases.
All right,
you're right, he does. Okay, this was a great move.
Yeah, that's how you're going to win. Oh, I love this. Just right on the Warp Prism.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, there's you can't get away from that with the Warp Prism.
Yeah, Yamato's pretty good.
Are you going to try to recall that and just hope that that's faster than the Yamato cannon? What are you going to do?
Flame Hellion trying to come up for some harassment. Wouldn't be surprised if we see that a little bit more.
The only thing that's keeping Stats in this game is that the mech army is slow. It's hard to actually get to where you need to be. That's why half this game has been Terran pushing up through the bottom and trying to make a loop all the way to the top here. Yeah. The bottom base is no more. Oh, wow, look, he's going to go back. Now, I don't know why he's doing this.
I like it because
Why would you want to go all the way to the lower platform with this?
I think what you want to do is save all of your units. If you go back, save all your units, reinforce, and then push north, you're gonna corner him, right?
By the way, Stats now has the upper right. This is so funny. Literally, it's TY controlling the lower platform, Stats controlling the upper.
Yeah.
We've never quite had a game like this.
Stats should ask for a truce, though. He needs to stop attacking right there, losing units. Nice harassment here at the gold base.
The army is vastly superior right now for TY. The only thing that's really going okay for Stats here is that it's hard for the army to get there, but now that push has come right through the middle.
Oh man, he's really got to bring all his units together if he wants to stop this. Picking off a lot of Blue Flame Hellions is important because he's going to need to use charge lots against this. Stalkers can't do it alone, but with the Blue Flame Hellions, it's so hard to get the Zots to do anything except evaporate.
Yeah, and now he's going to push into that little corner. I don't believe that TY knows about the upper right base.
Yeah,
but
you're definitely right.
But
it's not.
I can't imagine that TY pushes through and smashes the upper left and gateways will be remade again, right? I just don't see it happening.
No.
My God, he didn't even kill a battlecruiser.
It's pretty wild.
I think we are at the beginning of the end here, man.
Well, let's see if he holds this. I mean, TY has more units coming, so it doesn't seem too likely.
The next wave of tanks can leapfrog forward, get in range of the Nexus.
Some handful of Stalkers continuing to harass. Stats gonna give that base up.
Oh man!
Well, this is it.
More
That's gonna be
tanks
all
than
of his
there are
units.
Stalkers. GG, TY is going to the GSL Finals again.
This is gonna be his fourth
Damn,
GSL
dude.
Finals.
That's the best he's ever looked.
Yeah, he is insane right now.
He just keeps leveling up. Can you get
does.
better than that? I don't know. I mean, he's looked the best
Well-
that I have ever seen, and I've been following TY around the world, casting his games for some time now.
You are a little bit stalkerish with him, but look, can you look better than that? We're gonna ask Maru in the finals, maybe.
Whew. All right, guys, we've got an interview now. Let's see how TY is feeling. He's in the Season 3 GSL Code S Finals. And I think we're going to go to that interview right now. No, not right now. Right? Action.
올해 두 번의
Wow, the
결승
shield of
진출,
iron
3연속
perseveres
사강,
until the very
올해
end, but
테란으로
eventually
자격이
it
충분해
shatters into
보입니다.
pieces.
이보다
It
더
is
완벽할 수
TY
있을까요?
of the Africa
아프리카
Freaks
프릭스
moving on to the final
전태양
stage
선수
of this season's
만나보겠습니다.
GSL.
축하드립니다.
Congratulations.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
와, 오늘 정말 완벽 그
Wow, you
자체인 것
showed
같아요.
phenomenal performance
개인
today,
통산
TY.
네 번째 GSL 결승 진출.
This is your
그것도
fourth GSL finals.
압도적인 4대0 승리로
And today was a
진출했습니다.
very
소감
overwhelming
어떠세요?
victory. How do you feel?
아무래도 대엽 형이 프로토스 중에 가장 테란전을 잘하다 보니까
I think
좀
Stats
힘들
is
거라고
the
생각을
best
많이 했어요. 그래서
TVP player.
좀 프로토스 같은 선수들에게 조언을 많이
So I
구했는데
did
그
listen to some
선수들이 좋은
advices
얘기를 좀 많이
from the
해줘서
pro players.
경기를 앞두고 좀 프로토스전에 대한 감각이 어느 정도
And on
생긴
today's
것 같아요.
match, I was able to
새
grasp
종족전
the
중에서
TVP
프로토스전
matchup.
승률이 가장 낮았습니다. 그런데 프로토스 끝판왕 김대엽을 상대로
Well, despite having a very low TVP win rate, TY, you beat one of the best products out there, Stats, today. So how much preparation did you make ahead of today's match?
아무래도 제가 프로토스전에 약하고 또 김대엽
Well,
선수가
it is true
테란전을
that my
많이 이기긴
TVP is
했는데
weak.
경기 수가 워낙 많다 보니까 패턴 같은 게 어느
But there
정도
are
준비하는
many
과정에서 보였고
variables in the
그걸
matchup.
같이 연습하던 프로토스 선수들이 김대엽 선수의 패턴을 어느 정도
And a
알려주고
lot of the
나서
Protoss players that I
약간
scrimed
맞춤
with
빌드
told
식으로
me
준비를 했는데
what
그게
points
잘
of stats I have to
통하면서
exploit.
좀 이렇게 이긴 것 같아요.
And I think that was
네,
very instrumental to my
전진병력,
victory today.
본진불금,
Well, there are many strategies today. There were middle mine drops. There were proxies. There were better cruisers.
사실
So what's that all
메카닉에
about?
대한 인식이 좀 많이 안 좋아서 테란 선수들이 많이 안
Well, currently
쓰더라고요.
the mechanic
그래서
isn't really favored by
김대엽
the
선수가
Terran
연습할
players.
때 메카닉을 준비를 못 하겠다라는
So I
생각을
had a
했었고
feeling that
그래서
stats might not have
한
included
번쯤은 쓰게 됐고
me going for the mechanic in his
스코어상에서 굉장히
preparation.
좋은 매치 포인트에서 쓰게 돼서 더 잘 먹힌 것
And
같아요.
then going for the mechanic in the last
지금 올해
set was
두
definitely
번째
very
결승
very good.
진출이잖아요. 그것도 오늘 4대0으로 이기셨는데
And today
지금
you win
표정이
4-0.
지금 너무 담담하시거든요.
But right
지금
now,
기쁘신 거 맞으세요?
It doesn't feel like the euphoria
물론
of victory is
기쁘긴
coming to
한데
you, TY.
대엽 형이랑 워낙 알고 지낸 지도 오래됐고
Well, I mean, I'm really happy, but I've known Stats for a long time.
떨어지긴 했지만
Well,
그래도
last season I got
같은
knocked out by
팀원이기
him,
때문에
but he's my team member.
표정 관리하시는 거군요.
뭐 그런 것까지는 아닌데 아무튼 다른 선수들을 이겼을 때보다 조금 기쁨이 덜한
No,
것 같아요.
I do feel less happier than beating other players.
분열기 조합에 대한 대처까지 완벽했습니다.
Well, you did
기존에
fend off the disruptors so well today.
전차가 아니라요. 기동력에 기반한 마이오닉을 보여주셨는데 그 3세트
You went for the bionic with the high mobility.
해답으로 삼아도 될까요?
And is this a solution to the Protoss?
해답까지는 모르겠는데 확실한
disruptors.
김대엽 선수 상대할 때 서로 느긋하게 하면은 좀 불리하다는 생각을
Well,
많이 했어요.
I
워낙에
think going 50-50 against
침착한
that is
선수라서.
not really a
그래서
good
이런 식의
strategy.
난전을 준비했고
So I do have to have
원래
many
연습 때는
skirmishes going up
이렇게까지
against
통하진
him.
않았는데 아무래도
In
대회고 방송
practice,
경기이다
my build
보니까
didn't go this well,
조금 더 잘 먹힌 것 같아요.
but I think today it went
사실
especially
김대엽
well.
선수에 대한 맞춤 준비도 완벽했던 것 같습니다.
Well, you
이터널
definitely showed strategy that
엠파이어에서
adapt
전면
to his
추적자에
build.
대한 수비도 정말 깔끔했잖아요. 원이삭, 주성우 선수였다면 난리가 났을 텐데 김대엽이기 때문에 딱 알맞는 수비였던 것 같아요.
Well, I think it was very
상대방
exceptional
움직임에
builds
대한
shown today.
예상까지도 완벽을 했는데 김대엽에 대해서 얼마나 알고 있다고
So
생각하세요?
how much of stats do you think you know
일단
about?
경기 수가 워낙 테란전을 많이 했다 보니까 대엽 형이 그런
Well,
부분에 대해서
well, stats has played a
움직임이
lot of PVTs in the past,
읽혀져 있는 상태였고
so it's really
일단
hard
아무래도
to
프로토스 같은
outmaneuver him.
선수들이 보는 눈이 더 정확하잖아요. 그 선수들의 얘기를 듣고
So I think the Protoss
좀
players know the Protoss
맞춤 빌드를
players the
하는 게
most.
정확했던 것
So I
같아요.
think listening to their
네, 이렇게 오늘
advices is
완벽했던
definitely
경기
very
리뷰까지
instrumental to my
해봤습니다.
victory today.
지난 시즌 김대엽만 아니었다면 올해 3연속 우승도 노려봤을
Last
거라
season, had it not
얘기를
been stats,
했었죠.
you could have
반대편에 있는
moved on to GSL finals
박진혁
this
선수는
last season.
김대엽에 비하면 걱정할 필요가 없는 걸까요?
최근에 조성주 선수가 워낙 잘해서
Recently,
조성주
Maru
선수의
has been showing really good performance.
가능성이 굉장히
So I
높지만
do
그래도
predict that he's going to move on to the final stage.
가슴으로는 박진혁 선수를
But in the
응원하고
heart,
있어요.
I do cheer for Armani to
그게
move on to the
같은
finals.
적이고 훨씬 더 편해서가 아니라
Not only is he
박진혁
my
선수가
team
생애 처음으로
member,
4강을 갔는데 이 기회
but
꼭
it's his first
잡아서
round of 4. I hope he
결승에서
can
한번
grasp this
만났으면
opportunity
좋겠어요.
to make it to the final
박진혁
stage as well.
선수에게 이렇게 마음을 담은 또
Well, that's
메시지까지
very nice of you,
남겨주셨는데요.
TY.
자, 오늘 경기와는 무관하지만 현재 아프리카
not
프릭스에는
relevant
전태양
to
선수와
today's
좀
match.
희비가 엇갈려 있는 선수가 한 분 계시죠. 내일 22일 입대하시는 어윤수 선수에게 아프리카
And
프릭스
Sue
대표로 한마디
of Africa
해주신다면
Freaks member is going to the
뭔가
army tomorrow.
되게
So anything you
슬프네요.
want to say to him?
스타트의 슈퍼스타라고
Well,
하는
it is very unfortunate.
선수였는데
He is the
그런
superstar of
슈퍼스타가
GSL.
사라지게 돼서 너무 슬프고
So the
그래도
superstar going to the army is very sad for
이제
all GSL
군복무를 하게
fans.
되면 남은 기간 동안 남은 스타트 선수들끼리 으쌰으쌰해서 좋은 경기
Well,
많이
in his
보여주고
enlistment, I think I hope
여전히
the pro players can
GSL에서 좋은 모습
carry
보여주고 있을
on
테니까
this GSL
나중에 얼른
stage.
건강하게 복귀해서
And I hope he returns
다시 한번
healthy after his
좋은
military
모습
service
보여줬으면 좋겠고
and tries to show
일단
his good performance.
건강하게 왔으면 좋겠어요.
But most of all, I hope he returns
자,
safely.
전태양 선수의 통산 네 번째 GSL 결승전 바로
And
다음
this will
주입니다.
be your fourth
마지막으로
GSL
한마디
finals,
해주시죠.
TY. So anything you want to say before you go?
일단 다시 한번 결승전에 대한 좀 자신감이 오늘을 계기로 조금 생겼는데
So I
이
have gained
자신감을
confidence
갖고
with today's
결승
victory.
가서도 꼭 이길 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
And I will try my best to win the
다시 한번
GSL
결승
finals
진출
this season.
축하드립니다.
Once again, congratulations.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
네, 이상 2020 GSL 시즌 3 첫 번째
He looks really
결승
good,
진출자
Artosis.
아프리카 프릭스
Yeah,
전태양
he's
선수
scary as
만나봤습니다.
can be.
That
That was
was
so impressive. And I think that Stats definitely had some good moments there too, but unable to do it. We're not going to get that Protoss champion,
I never
unfortunately.
thought we would have a one-sided series. I thought we
No.
would be going deep into the night with this, but TY, I mean, that's the best I have ever seen him play. He looks unstoppable. Completely clean play, absolutely brilliant strategies, a big variety of strategies by the time we got to game 3 and 4.
Yeah.
He does his homework, man. He might win the GSL again.
It is possible. Him and Maru right now have tied for most GSL finals in Legacy of the Void, which is insane. Of course, Maru has 4 victories and TY only 1 so far. Our next match on Saturday at 1 p.m. KST, our regular time, Armani against Maru. I mean, we'll see what Armani can do.
I can dream, Artosis.
Maru looks top tier as
Yeah.
well. He looks the strongest.
Maybe it will be the biggest upset ever, or it's going to be like watching a lion eat a gazelle.
Yeah, one or the other.
This is just, I don't know. It's really cool Armani's gotten this far. You know, he's been in the background of StarCraft 2 esports for some time, but let's see what he can do. Guys, again, don't forget, send us cheerful signs. If they are worthy, they will be displayed in the finals. since we cannot have an audience, I know a lot of you guys tweet at us. Can I come down to the studio yet? No, not yet. Sorry.
Your cheerful can though.
Yes, your cheerful can be here. So do that. We actually love getting those the artwork sent in here.
Really adds a lot. Adds some flair to the finals, which is going to be amazing no matter what. Whether it's TY against Armani or TY against Maru. Like if it's against Armani already beat Maru, so that's insane, and he's ready for that.
Yeah.
And then if it's against Maru, if you guys forgot, TY Maru the first time went to Game 7, and it was the closest Game 7 we've ever had.
Yeah, and let's remember that a lot of times we don't have close finals. A lot of times we have one-sided finals. We actually had one of our worst finals ever for Season 2. We got that out of the way so that this finals will be epic.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
And I think it is going to be epic. TY and Maru both look amazing. If Armani can make that upset, that's a story as well. Yeah. By the way, I'm sure there are people tuning in literally right now, and they're like, oh, good, I'm just in time for GSL. Because this is normally when we start, but hey, guess what? It's over.
You missed
TY
it.
won 4-0,
TY
and it was
won.
crazy.
Spoiler alert. If you don't want spoilers, don't listen to the last thing I just said.
Yeah.
We started early today.
That's right. And that's because DreamHack Masters is starting.
That's
so
right.
Check that out. Yeah, it's easy to find. Type it into
your Google machine.
Ask Jeeves about it. He'll know.
Yeah. Go Bing it. Well, that was a short cast, Artosis. Yeah, we are literally ending right when we would normally start. Guys, thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Saturday, 1 p.m. KST for the other half of the semifinals. We love you. Bye-bye.
GSL.